1, Pegasus. And let's go and go into our instrument rest position, please. And thank you. Look for instrument rest position. And here's instrument ready position. Musical jump start number 1, Pegasus. And 1, 2, 3. Take a second and adjust your music stand. If you can see my hands right over the top of your music stand, you know you're in the right space. If you need to adjust it up, left, or right, you feel free to do so right now. But most stands should be coming up. Let's try this again. Same musical jump start, number 1 and 1. My tempo only. Percussion, make sure you can see me and your music in the same spot. See a lot of people, a handful of us that need to change where our stand is and how high it is. Here we go. And 1 and 2, a little quicker. Real quick, repeat after me. Keep going. And thank you very much. We're going to do that before 2 of our songs to make sure that we're playing, that we have that beat inside of us. We probably should have done that first. Let's go to musical jump start number 2. Real quick, repeat after me. Get set to play. And here we go. Musical jump start number 2. And 1, 2, and 1. You can go ahead and get your music back up in order. We're going to start with Procession, Pegasus, and then Cowboy. Percussion. I'll be giving you as much time as I can to transition between song to song, but make sure you're moving pretty quickly. Real quick, jazz band. Officially, we're about a minute early. Does anyone mind if we start a minute early? No. That's fine with you. It's fine with me too then. All right. Hey, welcome to our final concert of 2022. We did it. Hooray for us. We're joined today by a very large beginning band and our junior high jazz factory. That's our 7th and 8th grade jazz band. They're here. probably read the email, but I'll say it again. Unfortunately, the band is so large, we can't really fit a whole lot more people in here. But we did remeasures, and we figured, we could probably tuck this group in a corner. So these guys can get a little glimpse of something that's down the road for them a little bit. Oftentimes, we usually have a couple of bands every night, but we couldn't do it for spacing reasons. But here we are, we finally can, at least a little bit. Our first song of the day is a song from Haydn. I forget exactly how old this one is. It is about 350 years old, and it's still being played today, so it must be pretty good. This one's called The Procession. All right, Mr. Reston. You ready? Real quick, repeat after me. Here we go. Instruments up and ready. 1, 2, 3, 1. Thank you for freezing. We're going to try that again. I'm going to give you 2 full measures of count, just like I always do. 1, 2, 3, 1. Really wanted his music to be heard by everybody, not just the elite. And so he convinced the king to, hey, why don't we perform this for the first time on a barge and just kind of float down the river, and so other people can hear this too. And it's one of the many moments that kind of progressed music for not just for the elite, just for everybody. And these guys too. How about another round of applause for the band? The next song is called Pegasus. This is we discovered a little micro theme that kind of flows to this. We have 2 songs with horses in them. This is our first one. This is the flying horse animal, which we call Pegasus. Dismiss our in rest position. And let's go to ready position. Percussion, give me a thumbs up if you're good to go. A thumbs up from everybody. Okay, very good. Everyone repeat after me. Thank you very much. That's our tempo. 1, 2. time where I do my selfie with the band. So if you forgive me for a minute. All right, I'm going to take 3 of these. Everyone say cheese. All right, there's one there. Okay, everyone over here say cheese. And the one over here say cheese. Too bad I opened those, but please give it to me. All right. So we have one more number, and as you can hear, we have unlocked a new level or 2. The music has gotten more complicated. We are hearing more harmonies, more different rhythms, more things are going on at once, and that's quite a feat. Our final song is no different. We are going to hear harmonies within the section, more than one rhythm happening at the same time, and these guys are handling it rather well, as you can tell. So this next song and our final number before we bring in the jazz band is Cowboy, Cowboy. Okay, let's go to recitation, please. And to ready this one. Repeat after me. All right, a full 2 minutes of preparation. You're going to 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you so much. So I'm going to have the beginning band sit down, and I got to talk to you guys real quick because we have a new thing for us. We've never done this before, but we're going to be audience for the next portion of the concert. And as you can see by this wonderful audience behind me, they're showing you exactly how to behave. They're listening while the performers are performing. You're giving all your attention over to the other group. You applaud when appropriate, and sit very quietly and listen when that's appropriate. Make sense? Okay. Folks, I want to bring your attention over here to the corner. And actually, you know what? This might be a good time to do this. So we have a few people here that we as a band team want to recognize, and I think you probably would want to also. We have some retirees with us today, and we want to take a second and recognize them. Oh, I've got something over here. For starters, let's recognize Meadowbrook Principal Patrick Tomei. Has been a great supporter of our program for years. He's always been one to share advice with me, and I've certainly needed a lot of advice over the years. And it's kind of been fun. We both live in the same town, which is not close to here. Sometimes I see him on the road, and he usually just sees me and just breaks his pants. So, word is that Patrick Tomei, Mr. Tomei here, is moving to Florida. Is that true? Well, we got you some stuff that might help you on the journey. One is we got some sunglasses here that are, I don't mean to brag, but they're polarized. And I'm sure they're the wrong prescription, so good luck with those. We also got you this very nice cooling fan that has no battery, so good luck with that too. I imagine you're driving your car down there, yes? Okay, I've been on car rides, we've all been on car rides. You might need an air freshener. Here you go. Enjoy that. And, over here, nothing but the finest SPF 50. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy that as well. And then as the ocean creeps higher and higher with global warming, we got you some waterproof playing cards. Here you go. Enjoy that. Yeah, thank you. Also in our audience, we have Dr. Larry Hewitt retiring this year. Dr. Hewitt, you have been straight from the jump, you've been a great supporter of us and helped us through a lot of difficult situations and made them a lot easier. So thank you so much. No one told me you were going to be here, so this is awkward. I have nothing to give you. But we do expect to have a little something for you at the next concert. We have one more retiree here. Has been in this district for 27 years. Is wrapping up 38 years. No joke. 38 years of teaching. That's our own Mr. Doug Schuler. Now I fully realize that there's a lot of people in here that probably have not met Mr. Schuler yet. He teaches the second year band. Some of us have him for a lesson teacher. Others may have just met him incidentally somewhere around the area. But honestly, everybody in here has benefited from Mr. Schuler and his tenure here. Like for instance, if you like our use of technology and you like how fast we're able to change and stuff like that, Mr. Schuler had nothing to do with that. But to tell you the truth though, if you like our high standards, if you like our levity, our ability to kind of keep the standards high while still kind of being fun, if you like the fact that these kids behind me, can walk through the hallways with their head held high saying, I'm in band, well that has a lot to do with Doug Schuler. So how about a big round of applause? And once again, I'll thank Doug Schuler. I have assembled this jazz band. This is my other group I teach. This group here meets currently on Thursday mornings, sometimes after school too, depending on the year. It's once a week, and these are 7th and 8th graders. It's an extracurricular group, so all these guys are in a band just like you guys, but the 7th and 8th grade version of that. And we're able to do stuff like this. So this is the first one. It's called A Touch of a Penny. Here we go. Can I get the brass to stand up, please? Make sure I can see those bells. Bossa Nova. Now, they came to us from Brazil. Is jazz musicians from America that were going to jazz festivals down in Brazil, and they came across some very interesting music that was happening there, and they kind of wrapped it into the big umbrella that is jazz. Speaking of big umbrella that is jazz, the Motown record label in Detroit is responsible for a lot of jazz-inspired music that got very, very popular. And here's one by the Temptations. Our final one of the evening. This is Ain't Too Proud Beg. We'll hear from a few soloists here too. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Paul Solito on the alto saxophone, Charlie Mendez on the trumpet, and Max Sun on the alto saxophone. So, we'll just stand there now. I'll chase you around. Here we go. Nice and big. Another big round of applause for all of our performers. Folks, thank you so much for a wonderful school year. Now, I'm going to have some information coming out. I didn't want to throw a giant email, just a medium-sized email at you day after day after day. So I'm going to have some information coming out towards you about rehearsals coming up and lessons coming up for next week and the rest of the school year, really. So, again, thanks for sharing your kids with me. This was a blast. Thank you, everybody here at the beginning. Thank you.